The NBA's all-time leading scorer, LeBron James, opted into his player option for next season with the Los Angeles Lakers worth $52.6 million. On ESPN's First Take, Tim Bontemps gave a blunt response to James' decision to opt into his deal. He said that while James remains a top player in the league, he is no longer the team's main focus. The moment the Lakers made that trade for Doncic, the LeBron James era in Los Angeles ended, Bontemps said. Everything they've done since then has been geared toward having a team built around Luka Doncic. While James opted into his deal, his agent, Rich Paul, also told ESPN that James would monitor the Lakers' offseason moves, namely, adding a center through a trade or free agency. LeBron's agent gave context. Once the announcement came from Shams Charania that James would return to the Lakers, Paul gave more context on the 21-time All-Stars decision. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, Paul told ESPN. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeannie, Buss, and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. James could have turned down the deal for next year and instead signed a smaller contract that would have given Los Angeles a better chance to sign a player in free agency. He instead took the option for $52.6 million next year, giving the Lakers less financial room to work with this summer. We understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future, Paul added. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. He wants to make every season he has left count, and the Lakers understand that, are supportive, and want what's best for him. James is the oldest player in the NBA. He averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists on 51.3% shooting in 70 regular season games last season, while the Minnesota Timberwolves knocked the Lakers out of the 2025 NBA playoffs in the first round. Lakers and LeBron's uncertain future. The Lakers have reportedly been interested in big names in the trade or free agent market this summer, including but not limited to DeAndre Ayton, Al Horford, and Walker Kessler, yet none have come to fruition yet. So far this offseason, they've also lost Dorian Finney-Smith, but added Jake LaRavia in free agency. Whilst in the middle of the Lakers' hunt for a center and James opting into his deal, ESPN's Brian Windhorst said that the relationship between him and the team could be coming to an end. I don't mean this to be controversial. It's just true. This is the beginning of the end with the Lakers for LeBron, Windhorst said. For the first time in his career, he is on the end of a contract. While Los Angeles begins to prioritize Doncic and players that fit around him better, James signing the player option for just one season instead of a longer deal could foreshadow his time with the franchise being over sooner rather than later. With added pressure coming from LeBron James' camp, the Los Angeles Lakers are on the clock to attempt to bolster the team's roster in order to compete in a loaded Western Conference. There are no shortage of centers who have been linked to the Lakers, but the team could be making a push to land a former #1 pick. According to Bleacher Report's Jake Fisher, it would be an upset if the Lakers do not sign DeAndre Ayton after the center received a buyout from the Portland Trail Blazers. Right now, it still does seem that DeAndre Ayton's best opportunity to get paid to make up the $10 million that he gave in a buyout back to Portland, which we reported last night, could be in Los Angeles, where the Lakers are certainly weighing a run at him, Fisher explained during a July 1, 2025, live stream. I would be surprised if Ayton's not the guy in LA. I just don't see a better earning opportunity for him where most of the big men are already off the board. The Lakers need a starting-level center. LeBron James plans to evaluate his future with Lakers agent. The Lakers have had a quiet start to the offseason, aside from James' agent Rich Paul issuing a bombshell statement about the superstar's future ahead of NBA free agency. Paul told ESPN's Shams Charania that James' camp wants to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, Paul noted on June 29. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeannie, Buss, and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. We understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. He wants to make every season he has left count, and the Lakers understand that, are supportive, and want what's best for him. Lakers rumors. Bucks signing Miles Turner creates clear path for DeAndre Ayton to join LA. Ayton was previously on a 4-year, $132.9 million contract with the Blazers that was slated to go through 2026. The big man was selected by the Phoenix Suns with the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft. Yet, Ayton is not expected to land anything close to his previously lucrative deal now that the center is a free agent. Last season, Ayton averaged 14.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 1 block per game in 40 starts for Portland. ESPN's Brian Windhorst believes that the Lakers will likely land Ayton now that the Bucks sign Miles Turner. This, Bucks signing Miles Turner, has Lakers ramifications because the Lakers were competing with the Bucks for DeAndre Ayton, Windhorst explained during a July 1st episode of First Take. And so this leaves DeAndre Ayton to go to the Lakers to be their starting center as a possible ramification of it. The Los Angeles Lakers' 2025 offseason is off to an underwhelming start, with the team losing more impactful players than they have managed to add. While having Luka offers some level of future stability, it is a continued concern what LeBron James is going to do. While he has opted into his player option, James won't hesitate to force a trade if there is a belief that a better fit is out there. All of this adds up to a franchise facing a lot of concerning questions only days into the 2025 offseason. One interesting answer Los Angeles is reportedly exploring is the addition of former Bucks guard Damian Lillard. Anytime in the last half-decade, it wouldn't come as a surprise that the Lakers had interest in Lillard. The star is an impressive career shooter and would play well off any star tandem Los Angeles has put together. However, this is where it is important to note that Lillard is coming off a torn Achilles, and a timeline of his return is far from set in stone. Adding to this is the fact that Lillard wasn't an elite defender prior to the injury. Why should the Lakers add injury-prone Damian Lillard? As reported by NBA insider Sam Amick, the Lakers have expressed interest in signing the All-NBA guard. Best-case scenario, the Lakers add Lillard and add in Luka and LeBron as the primary trio, who is defending the opposing team's best player. It isn't going to be Dame or Luka, who have both established themselves as iffy defenders. While effort is given, there simply isn't the needed skill to defend at a high level. Who are the Lakers beating in the playoffs with this trio? Adding Lillard on a cheap contract as a flyer would make sense for Los Angeles. Anything beyond this would be a mistake that has prevented the Lakers the past few seasons from taking advantage of the LeBron era. Whether it is LeBron or Luka you're building around, the focus needs to be on adding wing defenders and shooters. This is what the Lakers lack, not another scoring option. Adding Lillard is an interesting desperation move, but not one that suggests the Lakers are closing the gap to the top teams in the conference.